Hey, what's happening? How are you doing today? I want to say thank you so much for being here. I am Chris, and this is Podtastic Audio, the bonus edition episode. Now, on these very short bonus episodes, I deliver value directly to you, cutting out all the fluff, all the music, all the intros, all the sound effects. Get rid of all that nonsense, and we're going straight to the point to deliver value directly to you. Now, as I record this episode right now, it is Thanksgiving here in the United States of America. And I want to say I'm very thankful for you, the listener. I create this show for you directly. I don't get paid to do this. I don't try to do this to make myself seem bigger than I really am. I just try to help others that have asked me for advice on how to create an amazing sounding podcast. And I was kind of thinking about this just the other day. I was like, you know what? I have almost every tool I could possibly want or need to create an amazing audio podcast or even an audio show of some kind. I've got all the tools. I've got the Rodecaster Pro. I've got Audio Hijack. I've got great microphones and all that great stuff that I can create an amazing audio podcast. Now, it did not always start that way. We started off with basic gear, as you already know. And I kind of advanced as I went along, thinking that, this one tool I could get, which might make my creation process a lot easier. And I do know that sometimes, well, a lot of times, really, a lot of podcasters out there do realize that this takes a lot more work than it really has to be. And they are not satisfied with the results, whether it's stats or sponsorships or patrons or however you view success for your show. Just today, just this morning, I saw another indie podcaster decide to close up shop, and they put a note out saying, we are officially done. We are going to call the show as it is. It's over. After this last episode, we are done. Now, congratulations for going this far. And also, congratulations for actually saying to your audience, to everybody, saying, hey, this is our last episode. It's going to be over after this last show. A lot of shows, they just fall to the wayside and pod fade. Usually after 7, 10, or even a couple years, like in this particular case. I know it's been very hard lately for us to continue the Chris and Christine show. Not saying we're pod fading that show. I'm just saying that it's been very difficult to get both of us to agree on the same page of when or how we should podcast. When one of your multiple co-hosts just doesn't feel like it anymore, or perhaps maybe they are extremely busy, they do not have the time or energy to sit down and record a podcast episode. And I get it. We all live in a much busier world than we did, say, come 2020, when a lot of people were supposed to be locked down for the quote unquote quarantine, and they were bored and they had nothing to do, and they had all this availability of time and energy that they could dedicate to creating a podcast. And I know as we get busier, we have busier things. And maybe podcasting is not for you. Maybe you're more interested in those movies on the Marvel network or the Disney Plus or the Hulu or the Netflix. Maybe you're more interested in going out and playing golf, or maybe your thing is something else other than podcasting. I think you really, really have to enjoy podcasting on another level to keep it going year after year after year. Now, some incentives could be you're actually making some money from your podcast. Now, when I say some money, it could be, a few dollars, it could be a few $100, whatever it is. There's got to be some motivation for you to keep podcasting. And for me, I appreciate the listener feedback. I love every one of you guys that write in and tell me what a great episode it was, or what a great episode it could have been if we did it this way. I appreciate all the advice, and I want to say thank you so much for listening to the show. And I do the show exclusively for you and nobody else. And if you have any questions or any comments or concerns or anything, you always can write me at podtasticaudio.com. There's links to everything right there on my website. I'll put a link to it in the show notes of this very episode. And you have a very wonderful holiday and happy podcasting to you.